Oh Lord, my well in the mind of Mr.Bee. I am off your oath, the one and only Mr.Bee. And like no, we are and he knew we are now now at a audio only one in or in a niche. You are now if you write me your email or your number, phone number, bank account number, let me ATO, we and out of a win and all anything no, we are your email will be gay and I will anyway on your own and maybe oh hey are we oh hey I didn't do fina the win and right now me Lenny.
Hey. Good evening, all.
Good evening. Now,
Mr.Bee hoped the egg. In this case, it was chicken.
now, we only imanin uru only in minute and this in minute like what wow on Asian.
Yeah.
I'm sorry or that
Although to be fair, Mr.Bee, it felt like 2 days.
wow and we only like and we were already one in minute any
Listen, as long as the check clears, I'm okay with it. As long as the check clears, Mr.Bee.
yeah we in my eye now
Reminds me.
what
Big time.
and any
I said if the check clears, it reminds me. I am getting paid for this, right?
only the law of the euros.
Oh man. Send money?
Well, I will ask your and I will ask your PO or my PO.
Oh crap.
Any
doesn't bode well.
Hey, and I do this, let me here and get the list. I will, I will and you the list of the movie. And you the list of the movie on I don't. Hey. If you got me.
Yep.
Hey. The now in the effort where you get this in done, we are the and the IO in about the movie. In about all the movie in that we are I get never will be done that week. And then we are all. And there are a lot of them.
Could you remind your viewers why that is?
We are now Nini on now any and we are. Oh, we are that me like me out every at you the I mean we move you the alone we move you make equal or we move you we make. Oh, and Bob I go.
Okay, so being the
What were you not, Lenny?
yeah,
Oh,
I was gonna say so. With all the remakes currently in production or have been produced in the last couple years, remake is a trendy thing right now. So as 20th Century Fox has been bought out by Disney, and Disney has more money than anyone, it seems. What will Disney do with the catalog? That's the question, right?
Yeah.
So we're going through the catalog. We're going through the catalog in order to play CEO as to what we would do with the catalog.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Yeah. Now we did do comment at we out in it 2 weeks. Oh, all right. A week ago. Now, but what in a the we are all. We did that. We no oh, but you you didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
More it was me alone. You miss like about we won't we made a movie about our booth. That all.
Yeah.
Are we are about a slightly racist well on the show we ever movie?
Oh yeah. Very derogatory toward Asian or Asians.
Yeah. Like yeah, oh you really didn't miss that but oh
No. Mr. B and I like to only be derogatory toward each other, so
oh we
is that a fair statement?
yeah we spell you and like talking about it and doing it when we're not like oh hey I begin hey hey where were we? I think we are in 19
We were right at 1937. The first movie in 1937, New Year's Day, 1937. Where were you?
And where were yeah hey the off movie
Where were you?
no no
It was an American film.
no where were you wait I 19
Where were you?
one in
Yeah, January 1st.
yeah New Year's Day one in a million that way
Yes.
yeah
Yep.
yeah
It's a 1936 American film which marked the Hollywood debut of Sonia Henney. It features footage from the 1936 Winter Olympic Games. Jack Haskell received an Academy Award nomination for Best Dance Direction in the 9th Academy Awards.
yeah
Footage from the 1936 Olympics.
yeah and what do you
I say leave it.
yeah I would agree and I mean, in the 19 Olympic. No, I mean not.
Yeah, it did win best, or it did receive a nomination for best dance direction, which is weird.
I will aim. I need on that kind of going is no longer down. A right, and I know that other going no longer is.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah, or I will only that one.
Oh boy. If you look at the it's Boris Karloff, Charlie Chan at the Opera. So it is Boris Karloff. The poster looks very derogatory. It says Charlie Chan at the Opera is considered by many to be the best Warner Oland Charlie Chan film, probably due to the presence of Boris Karloff as the principal suspect, as well as faux operatic music composed by Oscar Levant.
I will only. I will only.
I will say that as well.
Yeah, very the water only.
Chan.
Yeah, how many
So
are we add movies that they make? If we are about like any of them, you're like that.
Well, this is the 13th, as a matter of fact.
Oh yeah.
And to be fair, many consider this one the best.
Well, and this one in the back, I will eat in the other one. Oh, I am not in any of them. But I am getting very about it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you should just give it a chance. Maybe you should just give it a chance.
Yeah. Oh, let's move on.
If you're the best of the worst, are you that good? Is the question.
Yeah.
Then As You Like It is a British film directed by Paul Chisner and starring Lawrence Oliver as Orlando and Elizabeth Bergner as Rosalind, based on a William Shakespeare play of the same name. It was Oliver's first performance of Shakespeare on screen. I think Shakespeare's come and gone. In the context of movies, I doubt that it holds up. I feel like there'd be a language barrier if they held to the script. I say leave it in the can.
I will remake it, but only if they on I mean Ulu or Disney me me I don't eat being a yak or one, but I can eat being decent on Disney or Ulu. Oh, narrowly,
that's our first disagreement.
Yeah, narrowly, I would. Narrowly, I would remake it, but it ain't common on me.
Yeah.
That one.
Next, Secret Valley. It's the 1937 American film directed by Howard Betherton. All they have is a still picture to go off of.
And it in very
it didn't seem to warrant. If it didn't warrant a description as to what it was about, then I don't think it was a keeper.
Yeah, I will anally.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Crack Up. Peter Lorre and Brian Donlevy. 1936 American film. Laurie plays a harmless, half-addled aircraft enthusiast who is actually a ruthless spy, desperate to get his hands on the blueprints for an experimental aircraft. He faces off against Ace Martin. Ace Martin, what a great hero name. Played by Don Levy, the pilot's aircraft who motivates, or the pilot of the experimental aircraft. I think there's actually, this is the first one I'm going to say. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, and we made
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Not our money.
Yeah.
Woman Wise, 1937. Oh boy. Woman Wise is an American film directed by Alan Dwan and written by Ben Markson. Film stars Rochelle Hudson. I wonder if that's Rock Hudson's mom. Rochelle Hudson. Michael Whalen, Thomas blah blah blah, was released. I say no.
Yeah,
I don't think what would classify and define you as woman-wise in 1937 would necessarily hold up today.
Yeah, I will elite it.
Lloyd's of London. Just says who it's loosely based on historical. Oh, hold on. I'm actually curious about this one. Loosely based on historical events, the film follows the dealings of a man who works for Lloyd's of London during the Napoleonic Wars. Lloyd's of London was hit, demonstrated a 22-year-old Tyrone Power in his first starring role could carry a film. And the newly formed 20th Century Fox was a major Hollywood studio. So this was the first film that seems to be the film that catapulted 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
So by that designation. The plot is in 1770, youngster Jonathan Blake overhears two sailors discussing something suspicious in his aunt's alehouse in Norfolk. He persuades his more respectable best friend to sneak aboard the ship with him. They overhear the plot involving insurance. Scandalous.
I want.
He decides to warn the insurance because that same day he's invited to join the Royal Navy as a midshipman. Jonathan walks 100 miles to London, the Lloyd's Coffee House, where the insurers conduct their business. The head of one of the syndicates that makes up Lloyd's of London listens to him. Instead of a monetary reward, he asks to work at Lloyd's as a waiter.
I want a. I want a. I want a. I in Leona. I want a. And O. And O. I want a. We made it. What do you a?
Agree. I say the same. Especially if this was one of the flagship movies for 20th Century Fox, a fledgling company.
Yeah. That movie.
The Holy Terror. That was Mr. B's nickname in high school. The film follows comic adventures of 11-year-old Withers as she causes mild havoc and catches spies on her father's naval base. Interesting for 1937.
Yeah, I will leave it alone. But what do you say?
Me too.
Yeah,
On the Avenue is a 57 American musical. On the Avenue musical.
no, not my mission, but I will move you all. We and I love me move you all. Or I will remake it. What do you say?
I say leave it alone.
Well,
I think in this day and age, you get more bang for your buck not redoing musicals, but making new ones.
yeah, I got on.
There's enough writers that are out of work that could punch up a musical. It's not a hard time making words that rhyme. The tricky part is the melody, apparently.
Moving on.
Wings of Morning. Henry Fonda. First ever 3-strip Technicolor movie shot in England or Europe. Wings of the Morning. Now they asked me to do a 3-strip one, but I only said I would do it if it was tasteful.
Often my not my enemy but my not in I remake it.
I'm gonna have to prod further. The Natural Technicolor. Popular Irish tenor Count John McCormack appeared in this film singing "Believe Me If All Those Enduring Young Charms." That's a great song. Story set in the late 1800s, late 1800s, and concerns the tempestuous love between an Irish nobleman and a fiery Spanish gypsy that he loves. Ooh. I'm sold. Yeah.
Yeah, we make it.
After that description, I'm in. I'm a sucker for Irish.
Yeah.
Set in Ireland, or which it seems to be.
Yeah.
Sold.
Yeah. What now?
Off to the races. This is what any female says when Mr.Bee asks for their number.
Are we about movies? Not about not about the woman of my life.
That's pretty funny. This is a comedy. Uncle George and daughter Winnie Mae turn up just as the Jones family is preparing for the county fair. The irresponsible George is going to enter his horse Jimmy Bee into the big harness race at the fair and encourages everyone to bet money on him to win. John Jones doesn't care for horses or his wife Louise's uncle much. Their daughter Bonnie is bringing boyfriend Herbert Thompson to the fair, and Herbert needs money to get married, so he bets every cent he has on Jimmy Bee. But on race day, Uncle George is hauled off to jail for failure to pay his ex-wife's alimony. Wow, divorce in 1937? That's kind of rare.
Yeah.
John Jones reluctantly agrees to ride the horse just to get Uncle George out of jail and out of his hair. With a little luck, the race is won. Oh my gosh! How predict? Didn't see that coming.
I will leave it alone.
Yeah. Race is a tricky topic, especially when you're talking about horses.
Yeah. And by the way, the county fair in the old county and AL, they are on a die down.
Yeah. That's too bad, Mr.Bee. That could be a career for you. They have the bearded lady. Why not the mustachioed man?
You
I can see you. I can see you fitting in real well at a carnival.
Well, like let me in. Like what women were you women they doing in on? By the way, that is not much better under the wing in that hey, that one.
Oh, look! Oh man, I just jumped ahead accidentally. Love is News, romantic comedy. The movie one was the first film for which Powder had top billing. Tyrone Power.
Mm-hmm.
Picture was made in 1947 as That Wonderful Urge.
Or it was remade. Or it was
remade a short 10. That Wonderful Urge is not a great name for a movie.
Yeah.
I've got the urge to purge that title.
Yeah. No, not me. I will I mean, leave it alone. But maybe I will in my mind when we get to the movie. Get to the remake.
You want to remake the remake, but you want to make the remake the original? How does that happen?
Good on. But I mean not, but maybe I will in my mind.
Maybe you want to remake the remake that shouldn't have been made because you didn't want to remake the original. Okay, that makes total sense to me. Chicken tender.
That one.
Next we have Fair Warning. It's what you say to someone when you get in the elevator with them after Taco Tuesday. It's a mystery film starring blah, blah, blah. What's the mystery, you ask? Well, I'm glad you did. I'm just going to give you fair warning.
I mean, involved in a model.
There is no plot on the Wikipedia page. The plot is missing.
Hey.
Well, Brett, who'd want to watch a movie without a plot? One can only guess whether the plot is actually missing or there is no plot.
Hey, be honest. Be honest, I will leave it alone.
Yep. Nancy Steele is missing. Someone stole Nancy Steele. That's crazy. It's a drama directed by George Marshall.
Any art?
I'm looking. No clue.
Bichana,
sets were directed by British art director Hans Peters.
Although I do, hold on, like that, I know. But I will be on the act and I alone. Very often, I will leave it alone.
Pass.
Who
knows how many good movies are yet to be.
Yeah.
Next one is Time Out for Romance. American comedy. Oh, here we go. This is a heavy plot. Barbara Blanchard, the daughter of rags to riches divorced oilman Jim Blanchard, is going to marry Count Michel Montaigne when Jim receives a telegram from the Count insisting upon a settlement of $500,000 before the marriage. That's steep. He sends word of this to Barbara. However, the radiogram reaches her just after the wedding has taken place. Furious, she drives off. Her mother, Vera, is determined to avoid public humiliation and see her matchmaking scheme completed. Vera and her daughter declare mentally unbalanced and swears out a warrant for her arrest. When Barbara learns of this from the radio, she and her hairdresser, Mabel, dye her hair blonde. She also switches clothes with her. Barbara sets out for Los Angeles to meet her father's yacht. However, Vera sends a wireless message to Jim telling him the couple have reconciled. He believes her and heads to Acapulco instead.
Very,
very scandalous back in the day, I imagine.
On that, I want we made it.
Really? Will you adjust the $500,000 settlement for inflation?
Well, I want I want to I will I might eat the bubble even need.
I say no. This is supposedly a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Keep it on the shelf.
What made this agreement?
Seventh Heaven. Seventh Heaven. Oh, it's got James Stewart in it. And Simone Simon. That can't be her real name.
What in this?
It's a remake of a 1920 film. Pretty interesting how they only used the first 10 years between remaking movies.
Yeah.
A Rough Neighborhood of 1914, aesthetic sewer worker Chico, played by James Stewart, rescues a young woman named Diane being beaten by her sister Nana for not being nice to an older man. So the sister commits child abuse because she perceives that the sister is committing elder abuse by not being nice. To unpack.
Hey, hey.
Hold on. Let's see. A patron in the disreputable dance hall, Father Chevalian, is determined to convert Chico. Chevalian learns from Bull, Chico's taxi driver friend, that Chico gave God a chance, but nothing came of it. The priest grants Chico first prayer, getting him a promotion to street washer. Then gives Chico 2 religious medals for protection. Chico is amazed to discover they are made of real silver. A price reveals they're worth 12 francs, exactly the cost of the 2 candles he purchased in church for his prayers. No. Romantic drama sounds a little heavy.
Yeah, I will a. We got
that whole thing.
I will a
that whole thing and aren't really sure about
it. That one.
But Bradley, it's Jimmy Stewart. See, it's Jimmy Stewart. How are you going to let Jimmy Stewart just rot on the shelves, Bradley? It's not fair. What's got into you, man? That's my best Jimmy Stewart impression. On a scale of 1 to 5.
Yeah. But, well, I will re-release the movie.
Do I get to play Chico after that rousing performance?
You know, now I'm a by Dada Awadi Nini. Hey.
What's the matter with you? See? Midnight Taxi. American crime film. It's obsolete because now we use Uber.
Now it will. Or if we remake, it will be Midnight Uber.
Screenplay concerns a federal agent who poses as a taxi driver to infiltrate a gang of counterfeiters. I hope they weren't counterfeiting Jimmy Stewart's voice. That'd be a travesty.
I'd be of your at home. I had Ari about.
I love him. Listen, I love his movies, but Jimmy Stewart is a terrible actor, Mr. B. You've got to come to terms with it. He was a terrible actor.
Yeah, Ami.
He was a poor man's Gregory Peck.
No, he never. Yeah, if it well, I mean, elbow apple, but yeah, or album.
Oh, I agree. He's very charming.
Yeah,
he can't act the lick though.
Yeah. Yeah, midnight in about midnight if you undo it me on like wine airing, it might me gone I will a remake it. What do you think?
I say only if you bring Jimmy Stewart back.
What, Midnight at
No,
movie na imiwak mo na ang mayan, imiwak me dead, but I mean imiwak back on the dead. But yeah, Midnight at I will a remake. In that one.
Next one, Step Lively, Jeeves. American comedy film written by Eugene Ford.
I don't know.
A little more details.
Yeah, I will a
Two swindlers, Swindler Con Jeeves. They claim that he has a fortune waiting for him in America, and he meets some gangsters there. His master does not appear. This film is not based on any Jeeves story. It portrays Jeeves as a naive bumbler, which is not how he's portrayed in the Woodhouse, in the books and short stories about him. Oh, so they didn't do him any justice.
Yeah, I will a
Here's where this one. Here's where this one loses me. It says a naive bumbler.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I will leave it alone.
50 Roads to Town. The romantic comedy based on a book by Frederick Nebel, his third novel. Two cases of mistaken identity complicate matters when a woman he believes to be a process server comes across as a man she believes to be a criminal. What?
Yeah.
A warrant out for him. Peter Norris flees New York City and heads to the north. Nope, I don't think it'll hold up in today's age.
Yeah. Come on, we. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Leave it alone. That one.
Wake Up and Live. It's a Fox musical film directed by Sidney Landfield, starring Walter Winchell, Ben Burney, and Alice Faye. It was followed by Love and Hisses. Fox musical film. I'm out.
Yeah, I don't know.
That I May Live. 1937 American crime film written by Ben Markson, William Councilman. No plot.
Bisa na ano of na na
Rock's mom.
that it made me any in my hand. Or I will leave it alone.
Mr. B, what about the expression "not don't judge a don't judge a picture by its poster.
Yeah, but I and money. Well, okay. I not recommend you and money we make in and I
Yeah.
and I want more DL. Yeah, and then that make me.
When there's no plot.
Yeah. That one.
Next one. Cafe Metropole is an American romantic comedy film. About what, you ask? Well, let me tell you. Victor Laborde owns a very exclusive Cafe Metropole in Paris. One night he has to get drunken American Alexander Brown to leave after closing time. Then he's revisited by a distraught Maxwell Schreiner. Maxwell loaned him 900,000 francs, which he embezzled, and Victor has not repaid anything. Victor asks for another 60,000 francs and promises to repay everything at 6 o'clock the next morning. Maxie gives him the money. That's not smart. He risks those 60,000 at Baccarat and wins 420,000 more. Then he wagers the full amount against him, but loses. Victor seemingly has the money he needs, but then Brown confesses he is penniless. So Victor coerced Alexander into posing as a Russian nobleman. No, I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would not play well. Russian nobleman.
No.
Not unless he was fighting Rocky.
Yeah, but eating what and eating alone in a pain well day. Right now.
Yo, I'm not done with this. Yo. My Rocky, not as good as my Jimmy Stewart, admittedly.
Yeah.
It happened out west. It's a Western. I say no to Westerns by default.
Yeah. Yeah, I would Westman are not popular. And Nini, I do know Westman a year ago, the FB out. The don't win all.
Oh, yeah. Talk about whitewashing.
Yeah. Not as bad as that Xiaomi M movie.
Yeah.
That one.
No, that's true. Just because Johnny Depp obviously smokes his pipe doesn't mean he can be an Indian.
Yeah.
Next one is The Great Hospital. I'm out for The Great Hospital Mystery. Modern medicine has changed too much.
Yeah, and in Uma, and he made it about modern medicine. Medicine wouldn't do well, or I will AI. Oh, although I eat a off one. But the that one.
Charlie Chan at the Olympics.
And no. Yeah, I'm done. Leave that one alone.
Listen to this. Is possibly the most topical Charlie Chan film, as it features actual footage from the Olympics.
Oh.
There are also scenes where Charlie crosses the Atlantic in the Hindenburg.
Oh. Oh, maybe I want to eat Aoi and Aoi and in the Indian bowl. In the Indian bowl, I mean. Yeah, but you usually like this one. This one, yeah, I will leave alone. That one.
Under the Red Robe is a 1937 film. Previously filmed as a 1923 silent film. Before the films as a play had been reproduced or produced on Broadway in 1896 to 1897. Notorious gambler and dreaded swordsman Gilles de Verot returns to Paris after carrying out a mission for the Red Robe of Cardinal Richelieu, and finds him concerned by growing opposition from French Protestants or Huguenots in the South. He also warns de Verot, dueling has been outlawed and henceforth punishable by death. So the winner gets the same fate as the loser? But Gil promptly disobeys the law, and to be executed as the result.
I want a remake. What do you a?
Really? I'm out.
We are in a lot of disagreement tonight.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't be able to sit through that movie. The premise that dueling is outlawed, so why would you ever challenge anyone to a duel?
Còn I will we may be like and hey I'm thinking about
Well, Mr. B, you're wrong, and I challenge you to a duel. Do you accept?
No!
Aha, that was a trick question because they're outlawed.
Yeah, that one.
Oh man, we got some good ones coming up. This Is My Affair.
Nice that they admit in it.
In 1901, U.S. President William McKinley is put under great pressure by everyone, even U.S. bank examiner Henry Maxwell, to do something about a gang of bank robbers nobody's been able to bring to justice. He sends Navy Lieutenant Richard L. Perry to undercover without notifying anyone, even his Secret Service. Richard, using the alias Joe Patrick, makes a pass at singer Lil Duryea. Her stepbrother, Battisti, not only owns the casino in St. Paul, Minnesota, where she performs, but is also one of the ringleaders of the gang. Lil takes a liking to Joe, but since Battisti's hulking right-hand man, Jacques Ramsey, considers her his girl, she tries to brush Joe off. Joe is undeterred and soon persuades her to go out with him whenever Battisti and Jock leave town on one of their robberies. I'm remaking that one.
Yeah, me.
There's a lot of possibility there.
Yeah.
This is my affair.
What? No.
Also, not a good name to store in your phone.
Yeah. Hey, what?
Oh boy. Angel's Holiday is a comedy film. Here's the tagline: when it's Angel's Day Off, trouble's in the offering.
Oh.
Seems like a Dennis the Menace type thing.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I will A. It might won't me remain underneath me. Other than that, I will leave it alone, but I will A it might won't underneath me. What I want it. I mean not. I mean in my on it. Audience underneath me. Yeah, we know on it, but I in maybe we make my audience we underneath.
1937. We're on June 18th. Big Business is a 1937 American comedy.
And but we not my but we being mean not anin on my only fun series.
The only plot is Joe's family invested in an oil well.
Leave it alone. What do you
Sing and be happy. Leave it alone. Sing and Be Happy is a 1937 American comedy film. No plot. No plot. No.
Me Bisana I will A in a B I leave it alone. That one.
I don't know if I want to say it. Next one is Slave Ship. It's one of the very few films out of the 48 that Beery made during the sound era, which he did not receive top billing. And no plot summary, but it's called Slave Ship. It's got four white guys on the cover.
Yeah, I will leave it alone. Although narrowly, although I want a never not I will aim. But narrowly, I will leave it alone. But I want to enemy. I might and and not and development. But now
She had to. Yeah. Next one is She Had to Eat. There is no plot.
The
cover art looks pretty bad.
Yeah, in very or I will leave alone.
Well, the subtitle isn't she had to eat ... when he tells her to.
Yeah, but mà I will I will leave alone. And he was like any
Nope, I'm out. No other information.
Yeah. What the that one?
Next one is Born Reckless, a gangster film directed by Malcolm St. Clair and starring Brian Dunleavy and Rochelle Hudson again. Dunleavy plays a race car champion who infiltrates a mob-run taxi cab company. Barton McLean plays the chief mobster. There is no other details.
I will leave alone. What do you say?
Leave it alone.
That one. That one.
The Californian.
Western. Western, or I will leave alone.
No details. There's a whip and 3 guys wrapped up in it involved.
Yeah.
The Lady Escapes.
I know nothing.
A new married couple argue constantly, leading to her fleeing to France in the company of a glamorous French writer, where she is pursued by her husband. Ooh, it's a comedy? Yikes.
Yeah, I will leave alone.
Yeah, I don't think that would translate well.
That one.
Wee Willie Winky. It's a Shirley Temple movie.
I will leave alone.
Shirley Temple's been pretty quiet up to we haven't seen her. We're in July.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not only movie of the year. But maybe only but maybe this on Imani Kani Piao or Onion always a movie.
Oh, I thought she was playing. I thought she was doing some method acting for Shirley. Was it Shirley Temple of the Lost Ark?
Oh. Ma,
you can't have everything. You can't have everything.
Yeah, ma, I was a. Do you want money or do you leave it alone?
It's Shirley Temple. Who's remaking it?
Yeah. Not me.
Not me. Next one is You Can't Have Everything, which is a musical. A would-be playwright who has almost no money as a result of ordering a meal in a restaurant where she cannot afford to pay. She meets George, a musical writer with a lot of power. He offers her play North Winds to producer Sam Woods. He knows that it isn't any good, but he's already fallen in love with her and does it to win her over.
very in I will a Mimi Animi my won't. Oh, narrowly, I will a remake that.
Narrowly, I say keep it on the shelf. Because, Mr. B, you can't have everything.
Yeah. That one.
This is an autobiography by your mustache called Wild and Woolly. It's a 1937 American Western. Oh, boy. The cover art looks horrible.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like a weapon.
Howdy Donny.
Yeah. Wait.
Wife, doctor, and nurse.
That one.
Wife, doctor, and nurse. No information other than it's a comedy.
Wait, where are you?
I went right after. Oh, wait, where did I go? I skipped some, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, I skipped. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 Mile from Heaven.
I want an information.
While investigating a bogus murder story in a black neighborhood, the reporter Lucy Tex Warren notices a little girl named Sunny who appears to be white. Oh boy.
Leave it alone. Yeah, but don't eat bottle. Leave it alone. That one.
I want to know if I gotta keep reading it though. Tex also encounters Sonny's mother, Flora Jackson, a black seamstress. Suspicious of the claim, Tex and another reporter investigate, only to turn up evidence to support Flora's claim. Then Tex encounters a prison convict who claims Sonny is the child of the deceased criminal, Cliff Lucas, who took the baby from his wife, Barbara, when she attempted to leave him and then hired Flora to take care of the child. After Lucas was killed by police, Flora didn't want to give the baby to go to an orphanage, so she reared Sonny as her own. Barbara, on being informed that her daughter is still alive, applies to recover the child, and after seeing Flora's strong attachment to Sonny, asks Flora to live with them as a nurse. Meanwhile, the judge forbids Tex to publish the story, telling that the notoriety would negatively affect Sonny. According to the Museum of Modern Art, in 2013, 1 Mile from Heaven was the last of 6 Claire Trevor snappy vehicles Dwan made for Fox in the 1930s to test the limits of free expression on race in Hollywood, while sometimes straining credulity. Well, that's an interesting tidbit, but I'm still not touching it with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. That one.
Love Under Fire. You know what I say, Mr. B? Love Under Fire is one way to get burnt. During the Spanish Civil War, a detective from Scotland Yard falls in love with a woman he believed to be a jewel thief. Ooh. Pretty sure it's been remade 1,000 times. Most James Bond movies, really.
Yeah. Me. I going on that. Well, I will a remake it. I mean, and not our money.
All right.
What do you a?
You can remake. Nah, I'm not. There's nothing there that's hasn't been done 1,000 times.
Yeah, my in mom in an in I know I like be audio you yeah mo
Yeah.
in about my and make money and in my audio you about on that well I mean on
Oh man, you got to look at the cover art for this next one. Let me know.
Yeah my
Fast, Mr. Moto. This film featuring a mysterious Japanese detective who's not really in Japanese. It's the first of 8 films in 1930, starting in 1937, where a title character, Peter Lorre, not a Japanese person, plays a Japanese person by putting some glasses on and sticking his top teeth out from the cover art.
yeah yeah I'm on the listening to this later and later when the audio only on and be gay or you're not in the
It's bad.
I'm only gonna eat what in this but yeah let it die no yeah leave it alone that one
Just think, there are 7 other Mr. Moto movies we're gonna have to.
yeah
Western Gold. It's another Western.
yeah or I will
Guy with a guitar.
yeah I will leave it alone moving on
So I'm noticing the trend with it. This kind of bucks the trend. Typical Westerns have photos. Typically, one of them is someone on a horse.
mm-hmm.
One of them is in some sort of combat, and one of them is someone staring steely with a weapon. This holds true with the horse and the someone in combat, but then the guy standing alone steely is got a guitar and singing a song.
Yeah, mà I will aim leave it
It's a
alone.
Western. Yeah.
Mm.
There's a
Yeah, that one
Thin Ice.
metal model on in ice.
The plot follows a ski instructor who works at a local luxury hotel in the Swiss Alps. She falls in love with a man who goes skiing every morning. She thinks he's an everyday tourist, not knowing that he's a prince trying to escape the pressure of life. Showcase Sonia Henke winning the gold. The 1932 and 3.
An environment here, mate.
You can hear me?
Yeah. You're gone.
Oh, okay. I'm good. I say
Hello guys. I owe you an oil that unfortunately we la in our ended abruptly. Um and I end my audio only more in unfortunately my that day my we all know what it woke in yeah. Once again that a minute or a hour if we that we pew no I again if you will be an eye on the wall it will be really I go back and eye it will I will recommend doing that, but unfortunately, we got we. I know I want to do this again. But I forgot about this. But oh, once again, I will. I will. Oh, but once again, I hope you enjoy that and. At least this was more and it actually worked more now. But once again, good night and be happy. Yeah.